Hi, Kenny. This is Judie. I'm the real estate agent in Sacramento area, and tonight I want to do a introduction on Sacramento's recent market on June. Kenny, could you put on my slide?
Yeah, of course.
So the first slide is the monthly inventory. You can see our market since looks like slightly go back to normal, and compared to May, we have around 13% increase on the inventory. Even though compared to last year's same month, it's still much lower than last year June, but compared to May's number, we are increasing inventory. I guess the reason is most of the owner looks like want to sell the house at the high point. And also some of the investors able to get the tenants move out of the investment property so they can sell the property at a high point. And look at the sale price. For my personal opinion, the sale price is not much increase compared to last year. It's pretty much keeps the same. To the buyers, I think it's a very good news because the market looks more stable, and we have more inventory, more choice for the buyers, so less competitions. And let's look at the days on market. Kenny, next slide. So we can see days on market is decreasing as well, which shows the market still competitive, but since the inventory is increased, and my expectation is we are going to have more listing, more house available this month and in the future couple months. So the competition going to be less competitive. And based on my personal experience, because I have a listing last month, I do feel the market cooled down a little bit. My listing was listed for a week, and I received total 3 offers. But in the April, usually a decent property will receive at least 5-6 offers. So I think the market do cool down a little bit. For the buyers, less competition, always good news. So regarding the rental property market, I think the rental property market is super hot because I recently have a one rental listing in God yesterday. It's just on market yesterday, and a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom for 1,500 square foot property I listed at 2,500. And in one night, I already received 5 applications and a lot of inquiries also. That same property I also leased for rental last year. The rental price was only 2,100, so 400, which almost 20% increase on the rental price, and also still very competitive too. As I mentioned in the previous month's market update, I have 2 properties rented at Folsom area. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom rented at 2,700, which is a little bit beyond my surprise too. So as you can see, as the property price, sold price go up, the rental market catch up also, and also the inflation, everything, all the price go up. So right now the rental market is super hot. My suggestion to the owner is sometimes some owner may afraid of COVID-19 and they are afraid to raise up the rent for the current tenants. But my suggestion is sometimes we need to keep up with the market rent. Otherwise, next year, your tenants are looking at a big jump, or you have to let him leave to find new tenants. So my suggestion to the property owner is probably you have to raise up your rent to keep up with the market rent for now. And this is also I did for all my rental properties. And it also sometimes depends on the tenants because we still on COVID-19 and right now the eviction court is still don't allow you to evict tenants if they suffered from COVID-19. It's really kind of, you have to negotiate with the tenant, but I think since the rental market is really hot, it's a very good timing to raise up the rent too.
In Sacramento, are buyers still willing to put up with properties that are in need of a lot of repairs, or they now have choices? They don't have to settle for properties that are in need of a lot of repairs.
For my experience, it's really more important is the location, how the location it is. If the location is in a great school area and good neighborhood and my buyer really need it, yes, they will do whatever it takes them to get the house. Maybe that means they need to throw another 10 or even 20,000 on the property for update and repairs. And right now on the Sacramento market, some good neighborhood is still very hot. So if that was my buyer need, my answer is yes, they still willing to do that, not rather than settling to another neighborhood with properties with better quality and no repair needed.
Who are the major new home builders in the Sacramento area?
A couple of big builders all are doing construction in Sacramento, Elk Grove area. Taylor Morrison, Richmond American, and what's that builder called? KB Homes. Yeah.
KB Homes.
These are three major builders in Sacramento, Elk Grove area.
All right. Now, if you have a buyer who was not successful in getting into homes, what advice would you give them now?
Well, usually a buyer not success to get into homes usually due to two reasons. One is some buyers has particular need, for example, location or neighborhood, or they want certain quality of the property, or they got very picky on the property's conditions. For the location and for the buyers needed for location, I don't suggest any compromise or anything like that. All we need to do is just be patient and wait, because sometimes in good neighborhood, good school districts, the inventory is very low, and even sometimes one or two properties on market, it's going to be very competitive. You really need to do whatever you need and do your highest best to get the offer. And if the buyers are very picky on the property quality, my suggestion is sometimes you really need to compromise and balance, because some physical conditions on the properties are curable. For example, if the kitchen is tiled counter instead of granite, it's very easy to save 3,000 to 5,000 to do a quick update. And the second reason usually takes buyer a while to get into contract is very obviously the price, because right now even we have more inventory showing up on the market, but the price is still very competitive and the most important point on our offer. And when we competing with other buyers, the price usually is the first thing the seller look at, and appraisal value sometimes can't catch up with the offer price, and sometimes buyer have to pay out of pocket. So my suggestion is they really need to adjust their mindset and have more cash reserve for the bidding war.